Hi everyone, my name is Anurag Jain. I work in Hyundai Motors. I do have somewhere almost about 9.5 years of experience in core digital marketing field, search engine optimization. So there is an agenda. Basically, we would be learning crawling, indexing, processing, rankings of a website, how to rank a website. I would be telling you a little bit HTML, CSS and coding part also, but remember that's quite minimal. If we do have little bit few sessions left at the end of the batch, then we can surely continue with HTML or CSS, something like that. Fine? So don't panic, because SEO or digital marketing consists of a lot of technical kind of terms. Fine? So it's, I know like it's quite complex for you because you guys are basically marketing guys, but it's always being queries or concerns in your mind you can sort out in front of me. That's not a big issue. Fine. So this is Google result classification. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So total 9 paid ads, paid advertisements basically we are seeing over here, and we believe basically these are, that's called Google AdWords. Google AdWords. In short, we call it pay per click. PPC. I think like you guys might have heard about it. PPC. Paid advertisements in Google. Same advertisements you can see in Yahoo and Bing also. Fine. And the same advertisements you can see in YouTube also, while basically having the YouTube video advertisements, you can have a glance for that. So any video, whenever you basically subscribe or view it, so you can have a look on that and particular advertisement comes. So I was telling you like these ads which are coming on top and right hand side, these are basically the paid advertisements, which you call it as a Google AdWords or pay per click. Below these paid ads, you are seeing from here, number 1, golf clubs at golfsmith.com. Number 2, amazon.com golf clubs. Number 3, the number 4, and so on, are organic results. Now what are these? The top 3 paid advertisements. Now let me tell you, this screenshot is old one, is outdated one. Since almost about 6 months back, 6 to 7 months back, Google has stopped showing the right hand side ads. Now why it has stopped the right hand side ads on Google? Why? Because like due to mobile compatibility, mobile resolution compatibility. Right hand side ads were not being shown in mobile because due to the size of mobile phone. That is why in order to make both the platforms compatible, desktop, laptops, as well as mobile devices, Google has worked on that and it has worked pretty much well. A lot of people have complained till so far for this kind of thing because they were familiar, they were addicted, they were habitual to this habit of having the right hand side ads, but nothing has happened. Google was strict, it haven't worked on that. Due to making it equivalent to mobile devices, they have removed the right hand side ads and shifted those right hand side ads to bottom as well as top. So where it's been 3 ads, total 4 ads are possible on top and 3 to 4 ads are possible at bottom. So remember this thing, total 10 results of organic search are possible in Google results. Let me type anything in Google. 2 BHK flats in. Okay. So how many ads are being shown? 1, 2, 3, and 4 ads. Coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 results, not more than that if possible. Google search page. You also call it as a Google search result page. Short form is SERP. S-E-R-P. SERP. Search engine result pages. So these are search engine result pages, SERPs. Now number 1, number 2, number 3. 3 paid advertisements are again coming at Google. The same advertisements being shown in AOL.com. AOL.com, I told you earlier, like it's being a search engine which is a co-partner of Google So Google says, dear customers, whichever my partners and co-partners are, whichever my subsidiaries are, I would try to show your ads on those platforms too. So that is why, like, you would get maximum number of clicks. If you are getting maximum number of clicks for visitors, you would get a lot of business. You would get a lot of benefit. You would get a lot of profit basically. So 1 Larry equals to 25 rupees. You can say like 1 Larry. Fine. We would talk it from now onwards. A Larry basically. 1 Larry, 0.9 Larry, 0.8 Larry, 0.7 Larry. Going down, 0.5, then 0.4, and so on. So the second page is also. Second page is. Third page also, I believe. Oh goodness, third page also. Very good. Oh my goodness. What about the fourth page then? So this keyword is very major keyword. I believe like Los Angeles is a very good city in terms of real estate or construction. See, fourth page also, my God. Let me check fifth page basically, okay?
Yes.
Sixth. Goodness. My God. This keyword is very relevant keyword. I can't believe it. Oh. Generally, the ads being shown till last 5 or 6 page. Either if the keyword is very, very important, very, very important in Los Angeles. But see, nobody would search a keyword to 15th page. Fine. So I was telling you what about the paid advertisements and organic results. 10 organic results are possible in one single page. Now the 3 players. The users. Who are the users? All the 4 players, all the 4 are the users basically. So we all 4 candidates are using google.com for searching the terms, searching the keywords basically. Whenever I type anything in Google, I get basically the results, the search engine results. I being the user, I been searching a shirt. I might search electronic product. I might search basically a refrigerator. I might search a furniture basically. Anything, it depends on my mindset, whichever I been typing in Google. So I being a user. What users do? Search for information. Now number 2, search engines. What are search engines? Search engines are being like Bing, Yahoo, Baidu, Yandex, Acadgild, AOL.com. Then comes your lot of search engines basically. So Google is being used almost all over the world. Chinese government is very strict. They are against US, United States of America. Remember. So what they did? Anybody news about it?
Yeah, they banned Google, sir. They banned Google.
Perfect
and
term.
they started their own search engine.
What is that?
Duke something, it will come.
It's Baidu.
Baidu, okay.
Fine, remember. Baidu. What about YouTube then in China?
Yes, it's also banned, right?
Perfect. Facebook?
Facebook is also banned.
Facebook also banned, sir.
Perfect answer. Good answer.
They have a similar kind of Facebook itself, and they're using it.
You call it as a WeChat.
WeChat.
Fine, WeChat. And QQ also. It's QQ.
QQ, right.
In Russia, Google is not being used. They're using basically Yandex. 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 India was using basically Rediff.com when Google was not being evolved. Fine. So since 1980s till 2000, till 1998 or 2000, India used Rediff.com. So the second player is search engine. User types anything in search engine Therefore, it's being a second player. Who is the third player then? SEOs. Who are the SEOs? Optimizers. Who are search engine optimizers? It's being a search engine optimizer. So, whom do you think is the major player amongst all these three? Somebody wants to open a restaurant. Let's suppose Valentina or Faisal wants to open a restaurant. Amongst these three players, which is the important thing? SEOs are very important amongst all three. Now, why? Number 1 point. The second user, which was search engine, SEOs do have the tendency, SEO do have the potential or power to turn around to make the laws reverse of search engines by their technical techniques. Fine. Number 2, anything whichever user is thinking and typing in search engine, SEOs can make a product promote or a website promote in search engines on the very top positions, so that users can click on that particular top website and make some business to the marketer. So SEOs are very important. They can tone down the very first user, very first player also, as well as second player also. Remember,
My website done an optimization for around 8 months. If I stops for 3 months, what will that happen? Is that going
so
to
in this
stop it?
case, no. So in this case, definitely your ranking would go down. Why? Because you were not only the single person to do the SEO, or you were not only the single person who was doing the SEO, because there are a lot of other competitors as well as big daddies also simultaneously doing SEO continuously on their websites. So if you stop doing SEO, your website positions, rankings in Google would go down, and your competitors who were on lower positions might have the tendency to go up and achieve the top positions, which the position you were coming on the previous might be a chance for them to obtain those positions and replace you. Fine. So never stop doing SEO. It's basically off-page optimization, which you need to do again and again. So SEO is based on keywords, position, optimize the websites, placing the links, modifying and changing the contents on the website, maintaining the proper web pages, error-free pages, maintaining the ranks for a particular keyword. Now, a very important topic. In interviews, generally, many of the people ask this. So remember, you have joined a digital marketing course. Number 1 point, you are not a SEO. SEO is just 2% of the task out of 100 of a digital marketing person. Just 1% or 2%. Digital marketing is a very big terminology, very big person. We handle a lot of things. Without digital marketing person, company won't rally around, won't benefit, because he is the person who works for marketing, he is the person who works for sale, he is the person who works for the customer, who deals with the customer too, who deals with the online reputations, reviews with the customer, who deals with payment, who works with competitors to each and everything. So he's a very big person. There is very good reputation of a digital marketing person in the company, remember. But yes, when you talk about SEO, less salary, less work, less haptic, less reputation. Digital marketing, more work, huge reputation, huge salary. Fine. So if you say about an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, if you want to become a CEO, if you want to become an MD, managing director of a company, every MD, every CEO basically have handled digital marketing once upon a time. Fine. They do have the information about that. Otherwise, that's quite difficult to run a company. Even the telecallers come under digital marketing person. Website designers, they give instructions to website designers, they give instructions to website development team, content team, they handle the telecallers, creative team also. They work in coordination with your content team. They work always they always work related to the payment. Whenever there is a payment is concerned, your MD sir is concerned. Remember, if you are working hard, your MD won't kick on your ass. Otherwise, you would definitely get a sweet around. Fine, because you are wasting lakhs and crores of rupees for that. Millions of rupees. Important topic, crawling, storing, processing, indexing and ranking. So this is the process of a search engine working. First, crawling happens in search engine. Second, storing happens. Then third, indexing. And fourth, it gives the ranking. Now let me tell you in detail. Faisal is the owner of a furniture showroom. He is a new owner, have just stepped down his foot on the market of furniture. He wants to design a website of his own in terms of furniture. What he did? He designed a new website for furniture, for his furniture showroom. His website is purely new. It's being new in the search engine. What would happen? If any newly designed website comes to www, for about 7 to 10 days, it remains in the sandbox condition. Remember, in terms of SEO, we call it as a sandbox condition. Under sandbox means any new website whichever being designed for about few days, it would continue to remain in sandbox. That means Google robots or search engine robots won't recognize that particular website. After 5 or 7 days, your website would get crawled, then indexed, and then finally whenever the users were typing for any keyword, if you got the ranking in search engines, might be a chance your website would come on the first positions. Crawling. What is crawling? Crawling are basically the robots. Every search engine have own robots. Google, you can write it down somewhere. Google is having Google bot, MSN or Bing, one and the same thing, no difference. Bing is having Bing bot or MSN bot, one and the same thing. Yahoo is having Yahoo Slurp, SLURP Slurp. Yandex is having Yandex Slurp, Yandex bot, sorry. I am confused about Bedu. I think Bedu bot or something like that. I need to search. You can search in Google, but I think like Bedu bot, something like that. Amongst these, Google bot is important because it's the major search engine, remember. So whenever Google bot, Google robot crawls from top to bottom like this, fine, it crawls every single website uploaded to www server. It's World Wide Web, www, World Wide Web. Fine. So under www, whenever there is a newly designed website, it remains for about 5 to 6 days under sandbox condition. In order to make it out of sandbox condition, Google bot need to crawl that particular website. Once the website is being crawled, it would come out from that sandbox condition, and the turn is for indexing. What is indexing? Indexing means Google bot takes the snapshot in its database and keeps it forever. Fine. First, Google bot crawled a website. After crawling, it indexes it. That means it makes the screenshot of that particular website, of that particular web page. Once the screenshot is made, that screenshot needs to be stored in Google's database server. Fine. Now what happens? Once the database stores the website screenshot, fine, it's basically being stored in a cache memory. All of you guys are seeing this small triangle? Small triangle. Every website, click on that small triangle. Not onto the ad, I'm being very sorry. To organic results. Clicked or not? This. Now click on catch. Before clicking, let me tell you. If you click on catch, catch means a memory. Some memories of you. What are memories basically? Memories are basically the past, I believe. Fine. So this, if you click on catch, it would show you the previous version of this website. That means if your developer have made any change today, so before today, whichever the content, whichever the design of your website might be, that would be shown in catch. Let me click on this. It will show you when the last page was being cached. 18 September, Googlebot came to this fulekha.com website, and it have made a catch, a snapshot, and stored in its database. What's the date today? 20th.
Yes.
Day before yesterday, Googlebot have came to this website, made a snapshot of this web page from top to bottom. It has made a screenshot of each and every content, each and every link, each and every coding, each and every HTML, everything. Fine, and stored in its database. Now, if you want to see that I have made some change today, if you want to go to a previous version, fine, that's the perfect example. You can check the cache memory. For the robots, you also call it as a bots or spiders. Millions and trillions of websites, not all. You are seeing it, like not,
Yes.
it's not daily. If it's being daily, so that means it might have shown you 20th. It can also be 1 month back. It depends on Google. It's up to you, because you are SEO. If you are SEO, what you need to do? You need to force Google. You need to tell it, Google, sir, at any cost, you need to please catch my website. I would kill you off. I will have a gun with me. Fine? You need to basically force Google. And how to force? Via search engine optimization. You would do on-page and off-page SEO. I would tell you in future classes. All these things you would do in SEO. You would tell Google in order to crawl your website, in order to index your website, then catch your website. And after each and everything happens, whenever somebody types a keyword in Google, it shows the ranking, the final fruit for you. You have born a seed inside the ground. After a few months, few weeks, a few days, a few years, that seed has become a plant. That plant is giving fruits now. Same as with your search engine procedure 2. Newly designed website, you've gone to the procedures of crawling, then indexing, then catching, and then the final fruit is the rankings now. Any doubts? Crawlers crawl on every page on the internet as they are software owned by the search engines. They are also called robots, bots, or spiders. Now, one thing to remember, our robot always understand the XML language, the binary coding. Full form of XML is Extensible Markup Language. It's not for you. This is not for you to learn around, fine? You may only learn some few topics of HTML, few topics of CSS, that's it, nothing else. In this batch, let me tell you, like, I would be having practicals as well as theory to this website, infitech.com. Actually, it's my own website. It's my own small startup company, opened in 2008. So I would be having practicals to this. Fine. So if you talk about XML, this is a kind of code for XML. You write URL, then LOC is for location, then change frequency. If you are opening location, you need to close location. If you are opening change frequency, you need to close change frequency by flash. If you opened URL, you need to close URL by flash. Everything needs to be closed by flash. Fine. Then again, URL open, URL close, location, change frequency, all this. What does this mean? Dear Google, sir, this website, please crawl. What I have given the frequency, FREQ frequency, always.
Always.
Please, Google, sir, crawl my website always. So instead, if I would put monthly, Google bot would come monthly, not on daily basis. If I would put daily, then daily. Let it be always, basically. I given almost all my pages of my website, all pages. These all are pages. Where are these? All pages. I think like 10 pages are these, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come down. Few pages are here. Here, this. All pages I have given to crawl. Fine. The website is just live. None of the work has been done on this website in terms of SEO. SEO was being done, but it was almost about 6 years back. Oh my goodness, Google is quite good for me. We discovered my website yesterday, so thank you, Google, sir. You're my friend now. Good.
It's
Good
good.
to see. You can create XML sitemaps from here. You can give infitech.com, put the URL over here. I given frequency always, fine. You can tell Google to crawl your website on hourly basis, but please don't do it because Google is just not fitting for you only. There are millions and trillions of websites too. So better to give always. Don't modify it. Priority, give it none. And click on start. But remember, it can only crawl 500 pages. You can only tell Google to crawl your maximum 500 pages. If you are having website like wikipedia.org, which have millions of website pages, fine, millions of web pages.
Yeah.
So only 500 pages at one time can be possible. If you want to increase the number of 500 pages, let me tell you what you need to do. Our 500 pages, copy this, copy paste, and just put the web page URL over here, whichever the web pages you want to crawl. Fine. The URLs like career.php, contact. So there might be some millions of web pages. You can write it down like this. You yourself need to create it and send it to your website developer, but it's quite brilliant if you yourself do have the little bit command in terms of HTML and CSS. That is what I told you. Digital marketing is not only about a marketing. It's a semi-technical as well as semi-marketing profile. Once it will show you the XML file, you download the XML file, tell your developer to upload it to the root server of the website. Which website? It's showing you pages scanned. One page has been scanned. 2 pages. 17 pages are left. Current page is this. Now this one, career.php. Website is quite slow, so it's okay, fine, not a problem. Crawlers must have the ability for accessing essential information in a website. Crawlers must be blocked, or robots must be blocked by SEO so that sensitive and primitive information is not accessed. Do you know why banks basically block the robots? They don't want that robots must come to their website. Do you know why? You do have millions and trillions of rupees or larries in your account. Fine. Do you want Google robot to come to a particular bank to just check Faisal's or Paramesh account information? Do bank want it? Do bank want basically Google bot would come and search and have an access to anybody's account, bank account? Answer is no. Might be a chance Google bot would come to a bank, fine, and they would be searching something. They would be crawling to the website code, and they find a password over there. They can steal. They can hack something. Fine. So don't. So that is why banks always restrict robots. We are showing Indian banks. Everybody press Control U. Control U. Then Control F to find robot. Bot. No, no, no. Bot. No. What was the upstairs? No. They haven't used the bot. Fine? They have a restricted
Okay.
bot. They're not using any kind of bot. What about Infitech then? Whether Infitech.com is using bot or not? It has made now. You can download. Clicking on this, you would download it. This file needs to be given to your website developer. He would upload it into the server. Banks are not using any kind of bot or robot. They don't want to allow any kind of robot to search their website. Yes, I've been using it. Infitech.com is using it. Infitech wants all robots to index the website and crawl the website and give the rankings. But banks don't want, because the permitted data might be stolen. Is not so? Perfect. Storing. Yes, now comes. Where they store the data? Inside the cache. It's a memory. Like your phone, mobile phone is having a memory. You use basically SD card. Fine, we use basically SD card. Same as with Google also. Google stores the screenshot of that particular website once being taken to this cached version. When a user click on this, who is user? Me. So just few minutes back I showed you the cache page. When I have clicked on this cache button, it have shown you the previous page screenshot and the last time when Google have crawled the website. Processing and indexing. Now once it has been stored in the cache, it's indexing your website. Numerous factors are analyzed about a given web document. Sorting of documents are done within the mass indexes of search engines. It's sorting the websites. Now, since Google have stored millions and trillions of websites in the database, what it would do? It would categorize the website. Categorize it. Entertainment kind of websites would go to entertainment category. Porn would go to porn category. Then cricket would go to cricket and news would go to news and business category. Sports would go to sports. Demographics would go to demographics and so on. Fine? Categorizing within the server. Now the final one. A user types buy shirts online. This search box is of Google. Whenever you hit this enter button, this magnifying glass icon, Google thinks for micro to micro milliseconds. It acts thinking. The servers of Google gives the information to the computer. Computer shows you the results like this. Result is delivered by the search engine as the user enters a search query. This is search query. What do you call it all about? The keyword which being entered by the user is called the search query. Remember, in digital world we call it as a search query. The keywords. Search results get the ranking on the basis of hundreds of factors. So how you got the ranking? Whenever somebody types 2 BHK flats in Los Angeles, I've typed few minutes back. How the websites are coming on the top? Basis on relevance, basis on past searches, basis on location, and many other factors too. Fine? You would be learning all this in the future sessions. Don't panic, don't worry. Quiz. Influencing which of the following is the main role of SEO? Organic ranking, paid ranking, internet users, or IT team?
Sir, organic ranking, sir.
Good answer. Search engine retains and gain users by giving which of the following? Providing the most relevant search results, inexpensive paid search ads, most search results, most incentives and giveaways. Providing the most inexpensive paid search ads? No. Most search results? Yes. Answer can be yes, but not till now. It has not been ended. Providing the most relevant search results? Yes. It provides you the most search results, But what kind of search results? Relevant search results.
Okay.
Google can't show you, search engines can't show you irrelevant search results. Typing horse, showing elephant, it can't be like that. Horse means horse, elephant means elephant only. Which method is used by search engines to collect website information? Websites are directly submitted to the search engines. Search engine software follows links from one website to another. The W3 validates websites and supplies site information to search engines. Or else web directories are crawled and cataloged. Search engine software, that means robots. Softwares are basically the robots. Robots follow links from one website to another. Answer is yes. Till now the answer is yes. Number third, the W3 validates websites. No. Seeing these three words only, I can tell you the answer is no. Nowhere related. Web directories are crawled and cataloged. Answer is yes, but crawling is not related to collection. Fine. Whenever the robot follows the links from one website to another web page, generally it collects the information at the first stage. So I believe B might be the answer. And yes, crawling is the first step. Collection is the second step. The vice versa. Fine? Reverse it. Reverse these factors. But when you talk about web directories are different thing. If we talk about websites, yes, the answer was D. Fine? We are not talking about any kind of directories. Directories are off-page optimization methods. I would tell you in future sessions. Directories are like dmov.org and so on. Directories are there. You can find in Google the list of web directories. Fine? Now the on-page SEO and so on. So it's a hectic topic. It's a huge topic. We would be continuing on Friday basically because this needs a practical work. Let me tell you guys, like I myself believe in practical, and more practical you would be doing it. I would be surely making your hands expertise and making your fingertips on digital marketing terms and technologies over there. So never panic. Please gather your all queries in your mind. Come back again. Until then, have a nice day and nice night to all of you guys. All of you guys basically be freed because there are a lot of terms and technologies coming around. This is only just in starting. Fine. So a lot of because I know like you are feeling free, but the future sessions might be a little bit haptic and a little bit complex because there is paid advertising coming around. Yeah, so that thing, and plus afterwards we can have a look on HTML and CSS too. Fine. Bye bye to all of you guys.